Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Today we've got a very special guest today. One of the really special guests, I must say, the face of the school, and someone that I've known since I started the school. And also, she's the student registrar. She wears many hats. So, she's the face of the school. And also, when people come in, she's the one who actually tells everyone about what the school is really. So today, we are fortunate to have her, and I will pass on the mic to her. We've got a photo displayed as well, so we will ask her to have a quick introduction about herself and tell us about the photo. I believe that's your dad.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sheikh Farhan. I really like the idea of this well-being session. It's really it really entertains our our time during this very, very hard time. I know it's a very challenging time. So thank you so much for this idea. So I'll just move on, talk about my photo. I was about 4 years old here. This is my dad. My dad was, I was very spoiled when I was little. I'm a middle child, but I'm one of 3 girls and 1 boy. So me and my little sister were very, very spoiled. So we always got so many cuddles and kisses from my dad. So this is actually the one, the latest time of us. This photo was taken in Jordan. So I was born in Jordan, and then we moved when I was about 5.5 years. We moved back to Palestine, our homeland. So I was born in Jordan. So this was in our house in Jordan. My dad was my idol. But he passed away. He left us when he was 68 years old in 2010. I miss him so much, so that's why I chose this photo.
Allah yarhamu. We ask Allah that He raises his status in Jannah, and also, make you guys the coolness of His eyes, inshallah. And when you guys leave the world, inshallah, you join Him in one of the best places, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you, Sheikh. Thank
you. Look, I'm very surprised. You said you were the middle child and you were spoiled. I'm also a middle child and I was a troublemaker. They actually got me for everything, even the things I didn't do.
No, I think we were always spoiled because we were the last 2 girls of the family. So that's why we were so spoiled against the other 2 oldest siblings. So we got everything we wanted, and we were too special in the family.
Okay, my first question to you: what is something you always wanted to learn?
Yeah, that was a really hard question, to be honest. I thought about it when you told me that I'm going to be doing the interview. I don't know if something but I just really thought about it. Something I really want to learn actually is they say this saying, not to judge the book by its cover. So not to judge people or just give some impression or some assumption about people or about anything in life. So it's something that I really, really want to teach myself to not do this. I have been since I came to Australia. It's really bad to say that, but when you live in an Arab country, you tend to do that so much. But since I came to Australia, I've been teaching myself not to judge the book by its cover. So working in the school has helped me a lot, but I still have a long way to go. Sometimes I ask God to forgive me if I assume something about someone and it's wrong. It's completely wrong, but because it's just I tend to go to the judgment about how they look or how they talk or anything, especially when it comes to people that come to the school all the time. So I really want to teach myself not to just to judge the book by its cover.
Oh, look, it's one of the great things you've actually said. Normally, human beings, we always judge people by the way they look.
Yeah.
After what I get, when people look at me, they just think I know no English.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes they talk to you like I get that all the time. They talk to me really slow and loud, thinking that I don't know English. So like I can speak English.
Okay, what is something that you know really well? I know you know so many things well, but what is something that you would say that I know really well?
I was asking Joanne and Yasmin, they were in the office today. So they said something I really know well is to be friendly. This is what other people think about me. So I know how to be like, I sometimes I am too friendly to the extent where I should not be friendly. So I really know how to be friendly, especially when it comes, I think it's just something, it's part of my job as well. I cannot be let's say rude or like dry to people. So I tend to be too friendly sometimes where I shouldn't be. And also another thing, it's something like I really like to do in my free time. I really know how to play a game called Sudoku. It's a numbers game, but I really like. I spend sometimes 3 4 hours, but I'm really good at it. Like I got to the hard level and I can solve it in about 10 minutes, which is like a word time. So I'm really good with numbers.
Oh, oh, look, that's good to know. And you're in the right place. So you have to get the numbers right in order for the school to have their attendance right and their numbers right.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, look, my final question is what are people usually surprised to hear about you, to know about you?
Well, this is another hard question, Chef. So I think one of the things, especially here when I came here, a lot of people get surprised that I am not born in Australia because of my accent. I don't have I do have like let's say I not too well, but I speak English well.
Well, you do speak English really well. I mean, definitely, you don't have an
So
accent.
they
Yes.
do get surprised that I only been in Australia. I was born in Jordan, as I mentioned before, and I came to Australia only 7 years ago. So I was married and then I moved because I got married.
Oh, that is a surprise. 7 years. I mean, I wouldn't have made it. 7 years. That's a surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, I think working in the school had helped my accent a lot. Like just being around English speaking people has helped my English so well.
And
So
that's nearly how long you've been in the school as well, isn't it?
6 years. So I started working the second year I was in Australia. So
Well, that's look, we and I wouldn't have got it like you've been here for 7 years. Well, look, now finally, what advice would you like to give everyone that be listening to you tonight? That what is something that you do in these difficult times, and what advice would you like to give everyone, the whole family, the school family?
I'm not gonna be the first one to say that, but I just want to tell everyone that is there's a light at the end of this road. At the end of this challenging time, there will be a light, and this time will be finished. I just want to give a piece of advice to everyone. Just do whatever you have in your heart and mind that is right to be done, because we really need tawakkul in this time. We really need to be dependent on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these times. So I think the best thing to do is just to do what is right, what is your heart and your mind tells you that it's right. Because I think in this time we are bombarded with so many, let's just not only the media, our families, our friends, with a lot of thoughts that we don't have guidance anymore in what to do. So I think whatever you feel it's right for yourself, for your family, for your health, just do it, and do not get affected by what's said around you. Just do what you feel in your heart and mind that it's right for you and your family and your health.
Well, look, thank you so much for such a great advice, and hopefully we can take on board.
Yeah.
Finally, my best part, and before I start that, I'm going to actually stop sharing. Do you watch sport? Any kind of sport?
Yeah, I've been watching the Olympics with my.
There you go. So you might that must be very easy. Now, what I'm about to share with you, hopefully you can nail it because it's about sport.
Okay.
All right, so I will play it. I would want you to listen to it, and then I'll give you 10 seconds to answer the question.
Okay.
Question number 11. A man claims that he can predict the exact score of every football game before it begins. And surprisingly, he's always right. How is that possible? Maybe he's a psychic. What's your variant?
So a man he claims that he always gets the score of the game right before the game begins. How is this possible? What do you think the man's doing? He always gets it right.
That's a very tricky question, Sheikh. I don't know.
Make a guess. You got 10 seconds.
I don't know. He knows the game so well. How is that possible? He wants
the answer's there in the lines. Read the lines carefully. A man claims he can predict the exact score of every football game before it begins. How is that possible?
Predict the exact score.
10 seconds.
No, I can't get it.
All right, well, what's the answer then?
Yes.
Do you know it?
That before it begins.
You got 2 seconds.
No. I do not.
He's no psychic, actually. You can do the same thing as well. Because the score of every game before it begins is 0-0. No matter.
Well, it is a bit tricky.
Before any game begins, the score is 0-0. Look, I really want to thank you, and thank you so much.
No worries.
That you were part of this, and also people that are listening. Mr. Omaima actually stayed behind. It's actually at the moment it's over 4 o'clock because I was busy in Quran scholarship. Also with the videos, that I would like to people know this, that the most viewed video so far is Miss Khan's video, over 97 views.
Oh God!
He just recently beat Miss Sayed.
My video has not been issued yet.
Okay, let's see who's going to be the most viewed. All right, thank you very much, viewers, the ones who are watching, and I really want to thank Miss Omaima as well. Hopefully, we'll come up with another guest tomorrow, and it's going to be another guest from the office. It's Miss Sasha, so she'll be interviewed tomorrow, inshallah.
Allah, thank you.
All right, look after yourself. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum.